So today I wanted to talk about something which I actually wanted to talk about later on down the line, but I think right now is the appropriate time to talk about it. And that is the subject of death and basically what death brings. Um, so recently, unfortunately, a member of the gaming community, Gacha Talks, passed away from COVID-19 just a couple of days ago. Um, and he was actually about my age. So that that in itself was very shocking for me. It was a bit of a wake up call because you never know when it's going to be your last, and death is something that it is very difficult to plan for. You can't really go, okay, so I have this much time, so I'm gonna spend my time like this. You can't really do that because Gacha caught COVID, and a few weeks later he passed away. um and even in those few weeks when he had COVID, there were days he was feeling better, there were days he was feeling quite ill. So even then it was topsy-turvy. But the way so some of his last messages were actually I found uh, quite amazing. He he um he was posting on his community tab saying how much he appreciates his followers, his subscribers, and how grateful he is to still be living despite the condition that he had. And he was, till the very last, at least to our knowledge, to the very last, he was, you know positive about it, and he took things from it, positive experiences from it, that he could use going forward. So and then you have other people who quite don't do that. They go the other way, and you really see sort of like their true sort of malicious intent shine. Um, and I'm glad Gacha didn't kind of go down that route. But yeah, man, death is something which is very difficult, and it can never really be planned for. It can never really be expected, um, and it just got me thinking about how much time we have. I know that after it happened, when I woke up the next morning, I was, you know, more conscious and more grateful, for that day, um, as opposed to previously, because of what I mentioned with him being my age, and him dying from COVID, which is still going on, and this whole pandemic has really messed a lot of people up. A lot of people are greatly affected by this pandemic, and you know, um, some people have lost lives, some people have lost loved ones, some people have lost people they looked up to. So it's a very tough time. And I was watching a video by John Green, who is an author and a YouTuber, and he was talking about the concept of time, and about how every minute that we spend kind of accumulates and builds up to a bigger picture in the end. And we kind of don't usually factor that in. At least most people don't, from my understanding. Most people don't really go, okay, so every minute I spend is going to determine how my future looks. Because every second you're making choices, every second, you're doing something which is impacting the future. And so if you are, doing nothing, um, even though you may have big plans, nothing is going to happen. One of my favorite sayings is, you know, um, plan like you're going to live forever, live like you're going to die tomorrow. And basically, what that statement means is, hey, believe there's a future, believe you can work towards the future, but really work for it. And it's something that actually my religion teaches as well. So my religion teaches, for example, pray every prayer as if it's your last, because you don't know when your time is up. You don't know when you are going to drop. You just don't know. So what you should do is be prepared. You should be prepared that, if what if I don't live to see this? What if I don't live to see the next moment? What if I don't live to see the next day? What's it all going to amount to? What's it all going to come to? Why even bother if I'm not leaving this earth with something to show? If I'm not leaving this earth with, a positive impact that I've left for others, why even bother? So yeah, for me, that's just a wake up call to really prepare for any moment that you can drop, basically, and just make sure that you're not regretting anything. Like, everybody has regrets. Regrets are a part of life, but you can avoid as many regrets as possible by planning and really making the most out of your time. So yeah, that's my message, guys. Make the most out of your time. You're on the earth for a limited amount of time, and think about why you do things before you do them, and where they lead to, what you're trying to achieve, and take it from there, guys. So, as a closing message, to Gastra's friends and family, and anybody else who is struggling with loss of life and grieving, you know, I hope that you can get through this. You have people by your side who don't want to see you suffer, and take it easy. Thanks. Bye.